Common mistakes about the formation of a contract. Many people think, as the saying goes, if it isn't written down, then it didn't happen. In a legal sense, many people will think if it isn't written down and signed with a wet signature, that's one with a pen, then it's not enforceable. Neither of which are strictly true. And that's what I'm talking about today, so if you like such videos as this, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future content. So it is obviously the case that if a contract is written down in great detail and signed and witnessed by all parties concerned, then it's more readily enforceable and easier for a court to interpret what the contractual relationship was between the two parties. However, if there is a conversation that takes place and there is an agreement and the intent to create legal relations between the two parties, but none of this is written down in any solid form, then it is possible that a contract can still be formed and executed, because if it meets the basic definitions of a contract and parties can show that there was a contract in place, or indeed they agree that a contract was in place, then there can be proceedings for the breach of a contract, provided that the terms can be defined in one way or another. This might be by interpretation as to what the parties actually did and how they entered the contract in the first place. For example, if there was an agreement that one party was to pay a certain sum of money for a fence to be put up, and indeed the fence was put up having paid the money, but then the fence fell down again, and so the fence ultimately wasn't put up very well. Then clearly there was a contract to put the fence up, so clearly the person paying would potentially have some claim against the person putting up the fence if they did a very bad job, or just not what was agreed. But overall, my advice is to always get these things in writing, put down as much detail as you possibly can, make all of the terms clear. That way, if there is ever a dispute, then you can come back to the terms written in the contract and show how any of them have been breached. So I hope this brief overview has been useful. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this content, and remember, stay humble and subscribe.